You mean to tell me if Steve Harvey, your favorite comedian, you mean you've been waiting for him to do stand-up for 15 years now?
Man, let me tell you something. I was on vacation with Sam one time, Samuel Jackson. We was in Portofino, we had finished dinner one time. We walking back to go get on this boat. Hey, you're Samuel Jackson, I want to take a picture. He said, what's the magic word, mo?
So, Katt Williams just went nuclear on everyone, especially Steve Harvey. He's not pulling any punches, dropping bombs left and right. Forget about Steve's iconic stash or Samuel's killer comedic timing cats. Saying Steve's success ain't as clean as it seems. The Hollywood scene is buzzing with drama. And it's all about Samuel L. Jackson and Steve Harvey. You'd think these two heavy hitters would be tight, right, wrong. There's some serious tension brewing between them. The big question on everyone's lips, what exactly is Steve Harvey hiding that's got Samuel Jackson ready to throw down? So Katt's diving into the beef between Steve and Bernie Mac, claiming Steve was dissing Bernie behind the scenes, thinking he deserved the spotlight more so. Yeah, Hollywood's not all glitz and glam. There's some serious drama brewing, and Katt's not holding back on calling it out. So Samuel's known for cracking a joke or two, but this time it's all business. Rumor has it there might be some hidden secrets lurking in Steve's closet, and Samuel's itching to bring them to light. But you know Steve Harvey, he's not one to take shade lightly. If Samuel goes ahead and spills the beans, we could be in for a Hollywood showdown of epic proportions. We all know Steve Harvey's got that signature comedy flair, whether he's cracking jokes on his radio show or hosting his daytime talk gig. Dub's practically a household name by now. But here's the plot twist, not everyone's hopping on the a Harvey hype train. Guess who's not feeling the law? Yep, you guessed it, our man Samuel L. Jackson. Their beef goes deeper than just surface-level gossip. Seems like Samuel L. Jackson isn't totally buying into the Steve Harvey charm, whether it's his onstage persona or his off-screen vibe. We've caught hints of Jackson's feelings over the years, but things really heated up recently when he spilled the tea about a run-in he had with Harvey a couple of years back. Remember those viral pics of Jackson and his girl hanging with Harvey and his ride or die at that bogey vacation spot? Everybody was thinking that these dudes must be tight. But plot twist, Samuel decided it was time to spill the tea. Turns out that yacht seemed totally unplanned.
Steve Harvey, I hear y'all take vacations together on the yacht or something.
Well, we get on the boat with Magic and Cookie. Steve and Marjorie have their own boat.
So that means y'all got room for me on that other boat.
One year we got a boat. LaTanya and I got a boat. Cookie and Irvin had their boat. Steve had their boat, and there was this dope-ass picture that we took of all three yachts with a drone going together.
You see that? That's some boss
in
stuff
a row.
right there.
So
wow.
It was like it was a big rich black folk picture.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
But it was so dope.
Man, that sounds amazing.
It was amazing. But we run into each other out there, but now.
According to Jackson, he and his girl were just cruising to their Vox spot when they randomly bumped into Harvey and his boo. And let me tell, Jackson's expression was priceless as he dropped the bomb. This meetup with Steve, pure coincidence, no Hollywood drama involved. So why is Samuel L. Jackson not exactly vibing with Harvey? Well, it seems like their dynamic might trace back to Jackson's bond with Bernie Mac. And guess who was Bernie's wingman? Yep, you guessed it, Steve Harvey, if you haven't been following. Owing Bernie Mac, let me tell you, it's a wild ride. Dude would straight up roast the crowd, leaving everyone in stitches. Back when these two were in the same comedy crew, Harvey seemed dead set on putting Bernie Mac on the sidelines. Pretty messed up, right? I mean, they were supposed to be a squad chasing success together. Word on the street is Harvey's been self-centered since day one. And this ain't just recent gossip. Word on the street is behind the scenes, Harvey wasn't exactly playing nice, and he was always trying to steal Bernie Ma's spotlight. Flashback to the early 2000s. You remember the original Kings of Comedy show? Right? Harvey alongside D.L. Huey Cedric, the entertainer, and Bernie Mac formed the dream team of comedy. They hit the road, smashed records, and made bank, leaving a serious mark on the comedy game. Harvey, with his slick moves and in-face banter, was seen as the smooth operator of the original Kings of Comedy. On the other hand, Bernie Mac's style was more like a comedic roller coaster, diving deep into real-life issues with intense jokes. Now rumor has it that Harvey might have been a tad jealous of Bernie's unique vibe, and what started as a minor issue quickly spiraled into a full-blown feud. It seems like those whispers about Harvey and Bernie Mac not exactly being besties during the Kings of Comedy tour might actually have some truth to them. Cedric recently spilled all the deets on Shannon Sharpe's podcast, revealing that the feud between Harvey and Bernie was more than just backstage gossip. It had real consequences, like stopping the Kings of Comedy crew from going on another tour.
Yeah. So it started to be that. So it was a lot of those kind of elements in there where people just
Sometimes people just ruin it.
Back in 2003, Bernie Mac dropped some truth bombs in an interview with GQ magazine, claiming that Harvey was straight up jealous and tried to mess with his movie gigs. Of course, Steve couldn't just let that slide, and in a 2010 interview, he opened up about how Bernie's words hurt him. But here's the kicker: fans weren't entirely buying Steve's side of the story now. When you consider Samuel L. Jackson and Bernie Ma's tight bond, it's easy to see why Jackson might not be sending Steve Harvey any holiday cheer. These dudes weren't just pals, they were practically family in the industry, so while you might remember them as bandmates on a wild journey to honor their lead singer, what you might not know is just how deep Samuel Jackson and Bernie Mac's bond really ran in Solomon Jackson and Mac played characters who used to rock out together, embarking on a wild road trip to pay tribute to their late frontman. Sadly, Bernie Mac felt ill and passed from pneumonia in August after they wrapped filming. Bernie Mac wasn't your average comedian. He was like the boss of comedy, known for the Bernie Mac Show and the Epic Kings of Comedy tour, even made into a movie by Spike Lee. But his road to fame wasn't smooth. Losing his mom early on hit him hard, pushing him through rough jobs just to get by. But Bernie found his silver lining: laughter. He dove into stand-up comedy, determined to spread joy. His legacy, more than just jokes on screen. It's about bouncing back from life's punches, turning struggles into comedy gold. Bernie's mantra: be the best, stay true to yourself. He didn't care about fame or outdoing others. Bernie just wanted to make everyone laugh wherever they were from. And he didn't chase money. Good work brings its own rewards. He believed Bernie's passion for comedy was next level for him. It wasn't about the money, it was about honing his craft. According to Bernie, if you're good at what you do, the money is going to come naturally. No need to chase it now. Some people couldn't help but see this as a bit of a jab at Steve Harvey. But hold up, there's more to the tale. You see, Steve's all about that money talk. In an interview, he casually mentioned pulling in around $10 million a year from radio and brushed it off as just a little bit of money.
Yep, you heard that right, $10 million, just
a smidge. According to Steve, this difference in money mindset says a lot about how these two see the world. But for Steve, it's not just about the cash. His life's been a roller coaster of controversies beyond the cash. Despite his public image as the family man, the funny guy, the charming actor, and the TV host, Steve Harvey's personal journey's been full of plot twists. Just like one of his own shows, accusations have been swirling around, from Steve Harvey being tagged as a less than stellar host to allegations of mistreating his former wife and kids. So here's the food for thought. If Steve Harvey is the poster boy for family values, why is he walking down the aisle multiple times lately? There's been chatter about Steve V having a wandering eye, putting his past marriages under the microscope. Recently, an activist named Essie Barry Stepp kept up dropping some bombshell accusations about Stevie Harvey, and it seems like those words might have put a dent in Harvey's squeaky clean image. But wait, there's more. Turns out, while Stevie Harvey might be the king of comedy, he's also conquered Hollywood as an actor, producer, and writer. But his climb to success wasn't all smooth sailing. Behind that grin is a guy who had to still hard to get where he is today. While Steve often spins his ups and downs as valuable life lessons, it seems like the reality might be more complicated. Take his second marriage with Mary Shackelford, for example. Total roller coaster. So Steve and Mary had a son named Winton, but their love story hit a rough patch in 2005. They went through a messy divorce, and Mary didn't hold back on how quickly Steve moved on to his current wife, Marjorie Harvey. She found it kind of unsettling how fast Steve switched lanes from their marriage to the next one. But here's where it gets spicy. Post-divorce, Mary spilled the tea, alleging that Steve cheated on her with Marjorie toward the end of their marriage. Steve denied it, calling it bogus, but actions speak louder than words. Steve did indeed. Mary not long after splitting from Mary, raising some eyebrows and giving credence to those cheating rumors, and the drama doesn't stop there. Mary accused him not only of playing the field, but also of mistreating their son. According to Mary, after being away for a few days post-divorce, she came back to find her son with what looked like bruises on his face. She claimed Steve was behind these injuries, prompting her to take legal action against her ex-husband.